Hey y'all, this is Cheryl and thanks for joining me for another digital scrapbooking process video. Today I'm going to be scrapping with a few kits from the Digi Files 90 for June of 2016. So what you're looking at now are all the previews from the Digi Files this month. And basically I've just pulled them all together to make a layout just to show you that in fact you can have a you can really stretch your stash by investing in the Digi Files. It's a great way to really try out new designers to you, or maybe designers that you already know and love. But it definitely, for the price, you can really add a lot to your collection, and you can not only scrap layouts with the kits individually as I have this month, or you can mix them up like I'm going to show you here in this video. So I've started out with one of the templates from the Liftums, which are included this month in the files, and these are based on layouts made by the Digi Files creative team. And the one that I chose was by Jill. And I just really liked the vertical design with the journaling in the middle. And I'm scrapping a photo of my sister and my nephew. And he came for a visit. He was being taken by his grandmother down to see his mom for the summer. And but we were able to see him on his way down there. And it was a good visit. He's super sweet, and I just really liked how this photo of the two of them turned out. So now I'm just following along with the template, and pretty much I don't do it for every single placement on the page, but I usually follow along. That's, indicated there should be greenery there, and there happened to be greenery in the kits. So that particular greenery I think came from the gamer kit from Dream Big Designs. So, and then there was a butterfly, and I liked the text there. And I think this is from Artistic by Meagan's Creations. So you'll see me here just making sure they're kind of lined up. So I'm just going to start pulling in the elements at this point, and I will use a lot of flowers. There are some people who don't like to use flowers when they're scrapping boys, but in this particular photo, since it also includes my sister, his aunt, I really was kind of going for matching their two shirt colors. So you'll see me add pops of red, and then of course the green from the foliage really pulls in the green and blue from his shirt, and I'll have some blue in the flowers as well. And there's confetti on the template, and I ended up using sequins, so it's pretty much just a scatter of your choice you can fit in there. And I found that this template was very versatile and easy to use. I have been on a kick lately of scrapping with pattern paper, so this was definitely a departure from that because I chose to just use a solid color paper because I really felt like the composition of the layout was set up to really show off all the elements, and I wanted to do that. And I really liked the texture on the plain paper, so even though it's, a solid, it still had a good feel to it. So now I'm just trying to decide which flowers I want, and I'm trying to be mindful of colors and having some balance. Like on the bottom there's the butterfly that's neutral and like a burlap kind of flower, and up at the top there's like a gold sunburst that are kind of balancing each other out. And then I placed that pretty bold title up there on the stamp that says you and me. And to counterbalance that, I've added the stitch frame on the bottom right around the photo. And I will add some more black elements as well as I continue to go on. Some star stamps, I think, and just to kind of, because it feels a little off balance to me, even though there's some darkness in the photo, it still feels heavy to me with that you and me up at the top. And I kind of fix that a little bit by reducing the opacity of the stamp and changing the layer order so it kind of goes down to the bottom. And I do, on this particular template, the splatters are at the bottom and the top, but the piece of paint that I use from Melissa Bennett's Calm kit is, I actually decided to pull it on, and it actually moves from top to bottom vertically. I really liked how it looked. And I'd started out with a star up there, and I ended up using a white and black flower instead. And then I liked this little piece of word art and had a bunnies kit. It's a baby theme, so you wouldn't think, you know, that you could use what is in there on this page, but there are a few elements from that collection of the flower and that piece of word art, and there was one other thing, I think it was another flower, I can't remember. And here's the graffiti paint from the Calm kit. And then there I'm adding like a little metal star instead of a flower. So I'm just reducing the size. It was still bothering me a little bit, so I've reduced the size, pulled it down to the bottom layer. There you can see me adding those star stamps. I like how I balanced that out, and then I'm adding some darker splatters to the top and bottom. I tried that butterfly at the bottom of You and Me, but it ends up going to the top after I put on that text stamp or mask. And then I add these swirls of thread, one at the top and the bottom, just to balance it out. I think that's it. Oh no, this is where actually I felt like there needed to be more pops of red. It was just a little too neutral, so I add in these flowers, just kind of having them peek here and there. And I'm just duplicating that smaller flower. And just rotating it for a little bit of change. So you can see the completed layout here. I hope it inspires you to use your stash in a different way. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to share and of course subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.